Okay, we are back in business. Whew. Hey, Lauren, welcome back. Kellyanne, welcome back. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Patricia. Hey, Susan. Oh my God, I feel so much better. So much better. It was crazy. Ugh. Okay. Ugh. I'm sorry. God, my throat. It doesn't hurt. Let me pull up my. Oh, Tiffany, your grandmother's coming over. Let me know when she gets here, okay? Promise me you're gonna let me know when she gets here. Does Tiffany, does grandmother have a husband over? I guess I need to pull this back up because my phone's slow or my computer's slow. Okay, I don't need that one. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get this all pulled back up on my phone so I can see my comments. Um, no. Okay. I'm gonna trust you on that one. But there's another man. Um, there's another man here for her. Um, how do I see the comments on this? Okay, I gotta figure it out. I gotta figure it out. Well, I mean my comments, not who this other man is for your grandmother. Please let me know when. Let me know when she gets here. Okay. Sharon says, "Ask Eric what my Pleiadian name was." God. I mean, at this point, I could make this up because no one would know if I was lying. I was like, "What is that noise?" I'm hearing a voice. I don't have the volume turned down on my phone, and I'm hearing my replay. I was like, "Oh my God, I'm hearing with my physical ear." Okay. What was Sharon wants to know what my Pleiadian name was, or wants me to ask what my Pleiadian name was. That is okay. So I, I feel like this was one of. I feel like this is a cartoon character, and it's like a tiger. Like it's Raj. This is the fucking tiger from Aladdin, Raja, but R-A apostrophe J-A. I've never thought to ask myself that. Raja. Um, wow, that's kind of cool. Um, let's see. Hey, Miss D. Hey, Crook. Long time no see. Okay, hold on. I feel like I'm skipping questions. I need to scroll back up. Okay. Patricia. Oh, that's so sweet. Mr. Erik. Can you tell me why I'm having weird dreams about fairies? I think Sterling and Isabella and ETs. Patricia, you're having. Okay, hold on. Give me a minute. Because I have a first thought, and I'm just trying to confirm it. Erik says that it's twofold. One, because you have a fascination and an interest in both. Two, because you've been both. The Sterling and Isabella, the names that you're getting with that, one of them is you. And remember, time doesn't exist, like linear time. Everything is happening in the moment. So it's kind of like you're having a bleed through. Like you're having a bleed through, but it's coming through your subconscious. And it really feels like, I'm assuming Sterling is a boy. He's making me feel like you are Sterling. You're Sterling. And Isabella is your wife, but Isabella is also connected to you in this life. Patricia, do you have a daughter? I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom of my list so I can see what your answer is. So my question right now is, Patricia, do you have a daughter? Because I feel like it feels like the Isabella is your child in your human incarnation. Hey, Vaughn. Vaughn, I meant to answer this question for you the other day. You have two boys, Patricia. But Paul said you have a daughter. Because I get the same thing with the daughter. But yeah, it feels like it's a bleed through. Vaughn, you posted a question the other day about having anxiety, but only when you went to work. And Erik had told me that night, and I didn't see your question until I was watching the replay. He says that you need to protect yourself better. So they have crystals that I'm not the crystal expert, but I feel like they have these black crystals that can absorb negativity. So that, like, obsidian, is obsidian a black stone? Because what you're doing is that he says you're very empathic, and you're picking up on this negative energy that surrounds you at work. Like you work with some pretty negative people. Sharon says yes, obsidian. So thank you, Sharon. Oh, and shungite. Oh, I'll have to check that one out. I haven't heard that one before. But he made me feel like some of the people that you work with are just really negative, and like they're always complaining. And you're picking up on that. Tiffany, your nana and or your grandmother and grandfather are here. I'm not sure what their names are, so I'm just gonna call them Grandma and Grandpa because I'm from Alabama. So I want you to know Grandma, Grandpa, because I know that there's some questions and some worry about how Ken passed. And I want you to know, first and foremost, he says that he loves you. He also says that he doesn't want you to focus so much on the how it happened, but he does want you to know that it was his time, and he does understand that it's super hard for any parent to have to bury their child. But he makes me feel like he was going through a rough patch. And there obviously was worry around him, or family was worried about him around the time of his crossing. But he really just wants you both to know, and his sister, that he's okay. He really is. He thanks you for the prayers. He thanks you for the prayers that he says that, and Mom, he's talking to you, Grandma, his mother, Mom. He's talking to you specifically. He says that you pray every night to him, and he hears it. He hears it every time. I keep getting the number 4, like the 4th. I need to look at my phone. I keep getting the number 4, so that either could be the month of April or the 4th, like the date is the 4th. I'm not sure if that's his birthday or one of your birthdays, or if that was the day that he passed. But it feels like I'll tell you what, he's coming through. Tiffany, you said, is that a yes to the 4, like to the April or the 4th? I'm sorry, I'm just trying to look to see. He was born in April. Okay. That's so awesome. Like, I'll tell you what, he's coming across as I've got the chills. He's coming across as very relaxed, like very go with the flow type, just like a cool dude. That makes any sense? Like, and I feel like first and foremost, he's been super descriptive and very clear for the most part. There's some things that didn't quite fit, especially about the other sibling, and feeling as though he had a grandma. I thought it was a husband that had passed over, but unless you have a brother. Grandma, do you have a brother that's passed over? Because he's saying that there's a male that he's wanting to put beside you, and I just assumed it was husband. I'm looking for Tiffany to be able to respond to that, but God, I feel like he knew that this was going to happen. And Tiffany, he says thank you to you. He says thank you for being okay. Thank you for being the messenger. So Tiffany, you're saying yes, that grandmother has a brother that is passed also. Wow, that is super cool. I tell you, when this type of thing happens, um, oh, Hermina, I'm coming to you next. Um, Tiffany, when this type of stuff happens, grandmother, grandfather, when this type of stuff happens, it blows me away too. And like, it's not very often that people come in with such specific information. There's no way that I could have known that his name was Ken, and he's very creative in the way that he tied the puzzle pieces together for me, making me think of O.J. Simpson case because of Tiffany Nicole Brown, and then taking me to Cato, but I knew it wasn't Cato, but he kept referencing the K name, and then he was like Barbie and Ken. So the fact that he's verified his name for you, um, the fact that he's given you April, which was his birthday, God, he has so much love for you all. And Grandma, he really does. He really hears everything that every time you talk to him, he hears it. And he thanks you for it. And he says that he went through a healing period after he crossed over, and he's in a great place, okay? Let me say that too. He's in a great place because not necessarily directed to you, but he said that there was some worry about where he ended up. Well, he's saying that he ended up where we all go, okay? He has so much love for you, and he's so clever. He was so smart. He may have made bad decisions, but he was super smart. And it came easy. It came so easy to him. So thank you. I'm going to call you Grandmother and Grandfather Brown. That may not be your name, but it's my reference to you. So thank you so much for coming in and joining Tiffany and allowing me to share this information with you. I'm telling you, he knew and he had this planned out. Now I'm starting to think if the man that I kept seeing at work in the corner of the back of my classroom, he's saying that it was him. And he's the whole reason why I decided to come live tonight. He had it all planned. Tiffany, no, I don't think that the Jamie had anything to do with the death. Jamie could be related to him somehow, but he's taking responsibility. And he's taking responsibility for what happened, but he's not quite sharing outside of the toxicology report. He's taking responsibility, but he's not going to go into detail because he says ultimately it doesn't matter because you now know that he's okay. Thank you so much. It honestly, God. I'm not gonna snot cry again on camera. I'm sorry. I've got to get him to back up. He's got to. I've got to get him to go because. Okay. Ah, he's just like, it's such an honor. Like he's he's well, first and foremost, I feel like it's such an honor. Um, I feel like it's such an honor to be able to give this message to you. Um, and he's treating me the same way. He's like, it's such an honor. Like, he's thanking me. He's like, thank you so much. Because it feels like he's been trying to get. I'm sorry, Grandma and Grandpa. I'm sorry, I cuss. Um, but he's thanking me um, for taking the time out and listening um, and sharing his message to you. So just know, please know that he is definitely okay. He loves you all immensely, immensely. Um, and I'm gonna let him go. Okay. Look, I already snot cried the other day on camera with Misty's mom, and I can't I can't do it again. Um, so I totally love you all, even though I don't know you. I love you all, um, and thank you for listening. Thank you for being open. Thank you for being open to the message. Okay, sorry, I gotta shake it out. Shake it out. Um, Hermina, I'm gonna get back to the questions. I'm gonna get back to the questions. Okay. Uh, but I see certain people pop up, um, and I'm drawn to them. Um, Tiffany, Nanny's brother, um, I'll be honest with you, it doesn't feel like this was Ken's moment, but Ken wanted to reference as another form of validation. Um, this isn't Nanny's brother. This is not Nanny's brother's time to come in. And it doesn't mean that he does not love her any less, but this was Ken's time to come through and to give the message. But he will say that he had to have gone. Nanny's brother had to have gone before Ken because he says that he welcomed Ken there. Um, Hermina, if you are still listening, um, and I do see all the other questions, and I will definitely do my best to get to you all, but I have to go where I'm drawn to. And um, a lot of us are always on the group chats, and we've had our questions answered before. So when I see a name that I don't recognize, and if I'm being drawn to it, that's where I'm going to go to. And it doesn't mean that I don't love you any less. It just means that they have a message that they need to hear more than you do, because most of us are already connected. And even some of the people that are going to get messages are connected, but I have to go drawn to. Hermina, my friend, I love you. I love the fact that we decided that we are not crazy. Um, I don't want to share more than what you want me to share, Hermina. Even though I feel like it's safe to do so with this version of you, and you know what I'm saying. But Alice, I'm going to give you a couple of things that you're going to end up confirming. The knights as in like the knights of the round table. I feel like the knights have been assigned. Ben says that he made the cut. And they are so honored. To help, he stands to help build the bridge. I know that you get the reference. God, they're so honored. I'm just trying to see what else, because I feel like Sam is in the corner. He is so, you know that he's proud of you, but he is so, like, just gushing and thank for what you have given him, and not only him, but to the rest of the Sarsar. He's going to validate you. He's going to validate you in the beginning of next month. Yeah. He's going to validate you. Okay. Let me scroll back through. I'm going to try and see if I can find. I really feel at this point I'm not going to be able to top. I'm not going to be able to top Ken. I really feel like this was the Ken show. I really feel like this was the Ken show, but I'm gonna see what I can do. Okay. I know, right, Sharon? She needs stamp that lady's card. I know. Okay. There was a guy. There was a guy that posted. He wanted to know what his guy Billy. Okay. So rare to see another man's name on here. Erik says, "What's up, brother?" Yes, he's like, "We got another dick in the room." Billy Oxendon. I hope I pronounced that right. Could I get my spirit guide's name, please? You have more than one that are around you. But I feel like the one that's stepping forward. Oh, wow. I don't know if this was because I've been talking to Kellyanne about fairies, but she seems like I mean, I don't, okay, so let me say this too, and I always say this every time. I don't see them with my physical eyes, but I get an impression and a knowing, right? So like right now, I know that she is standing right here because they always stand by my front door. And she's coming across as very light, and fairy-like, and she's white dress, spaghetti strap, shoulder-length brown hair, blue-green eyes is what she's telling me. And I feel like she won't sit still. Like I feel like she's not necessarily floating, but like this really light bouncing back and forth, which I'm trying to imitate right now on camera, but I don't look as graceful or as effortless as how she's coming across. I'm not sure if you have any interest or in if you've ever had any interest in like the fairy kingdom. And I'm not really saying that she's quite sure, but that's kind of the like that what I would imagine a fairy energy to feel like is what she feels like to me. But she's not like this little bitty person. I mean, I would say she's coming across as about 17, but like super, super wise. But her wisdom is only matched by like her joy. Like she is just smiling. Um, did I already tell you the name that I picked up on? If I didn't, it's Lily. Lill. I'm trying to figure out if she's saying a Y or an I. I feel like it's an IE. It feels like she wants to be extra special. So Lillie. Lily. Hope that answers your question. How long have I been on? Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to check the time. And see how long. I was on about 45 minutes earlier. Tiffany, the message from mom, brother, or dad, it's all the same message. It's a message of love, and it's a message that he's okay. Okay, I'm looking. I'm sorry. Stevie, I don't know if I said hey yet, but hey, Stevie. Thank you for joining me again. Irma, thank you so much for supporting. Who is? Okay, Sandy. Sandy, what was your question? I'm looking because I keep seeing references to you, but I can't quite see. Oh wait, that was me too. I can't quite see where your question fell. So if you want to go ahead and throw that back in the bottom so I can see it. Stevie, I'd love for you to post a question. I'm going to wait for Sandy's question to come up, but I'm going to look and see if there's someone else. Vaughn, you're very welcome. Patricia, you're amazing. Oh, congratulations, Sandy. That's fucking awesome. So you're looking for direction. That's your question, right? Okay. Sandy, when I say this, and I feel like Eric, he's coming in right back behind me. And I'm not sure if you're really familiar with who Erik is. Um, but Erik was a young soul that took his own life. Um, I like what, I don't know. Some of you may have to help me. It was like what, 7 years ago, something like that. Um, and he has been working with his mother uh, in reinforcing that we don't die, that life goes on. And him and his mother have done amazing things. Um, and he's he's coming in with me. Um, what? Okay. Yeah, I want to ask you a question. Okay, let me look at my phone. Yes. Anyone interested? You may hear me talk about Erik a lot. It's Erik with the K, Erik. Um, you can definitely check out the YouTube channel, Channeling Erik. There's some amazing content. He says it's not amazing, it's fucking awesome. I would highly recommend that you start with the older videos and work your way up. If it's something, he says, if it's something that you so choose to do, you have the free will to say no or not. Um, so Sandy, I want to ask you a question, or rather, Erik wants to ask you a question. Um, he says, when you were young, when you were like 10, what was your passion? What were you passionate about when you were a child? And I'm going to wait to see what your response is. Thank you, Heather, for posting that. Sandy, what was your passion when you were a child? Because he's saying that he wants you to reconnect to the passion that you had as a child, and that's where your purpose lies. Hermina, if you're still on here, I just want to give you some extra confirmation that in one of my other Facebook Messenger groups, it's my nerdy Pokemon Go group. I had a preview message that just popped up, and it said, "Does anyone want to be a knight in shining armor tonight?" So that look, and I told you that Sam was going to validate you at the beginning of next month. Okay, Sandy, you said that like helping animals or helping animals. I definitely agree with Jessica that you have the capacity to be a healer. Um, so what I would say, Sandy, even if it's volunteering, I know that there are several local animal shelters that would love to have volunteers come in, and you may be okay. Erik says you may be shoveling shit out of a dog cage, but it's going to put you closer to those animals, which is where your passion lies. You know what? I gave this message yesterday to somebody about the volunteering, because they asked how can they be of service, and they said put yourself in a space or in a position to be of service. So I'm getting like this piggyback message off of that. You need to put yourself to be in a position of service, but you need to put yourself to be in a position of service to animals. And what that's going to do is that's going to open up. It's the same message. It's going to open up your heart space, which is going to allow you to feel which direction you need to go in. Because unfortunately, Spirit can't make all of the decisions for us, but they can definitely drop hints, and they can definitely push and nudge us into a certain direction. And he's making me feel like, oh, God. So now I've got this visual in my head, Sandy. I've got this visual in my head of a Monopoly board, okay? And you are just now starting to play the game. Like, and it was my favorite piece. He's showing, did y'all see the light flash? Okay. You probably didn't see it on camera. He totally interrupted my train of thought. He's showing me the dog, the Monopoly dog piece, being put in the start or the go position. And he says, that's where you're at right now. And he said, you, really? It's time for you to roll the dice and start playing the game. Not really sure where he's going with that reference. But again, it's the dog game piece, which connects back to the passion that you said that you had as a child. And it doesn't have to be the Humane Society. Like, if you like to be outside in nature, definitely check in with. I'm assuming you're in Alabama, since you know Jessica. You may not be, but like, if you're not, but like, we have a state park here that has like a wildlife animal rescue where they take in injured wild animals like hawks, squirrels, chipmunks, foxes, whatever the case may be. He said that's another route that you can go, because then it feels like he's making me feel like more your speed, because you don't really want to be inside. Well, he's really saying you don't want to be stuck inside smelling shit all day. You would like to at least be able to be outside where the air can come through. But look into that, and he said that's going to open up your heart space, which is going to allow you to really determine what it is that you want to do. But know that this purge and this cleanse that you've gone through is setting you up for success. And Sandy, I hope that helps you. That's right, Sandy. You did not waste 15 years. It was all a learning lesson. Okay, please do not beat yourself up over it. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. Okay. I know you don't know me, but I wouldn't lie to you. Erik says he may fuck with you, but he's not going to lie to you. I'm going to be honest with you all. I think I'm about to cut it. I think I'm about to cut the feed. I really feel like everyone is kind of stepping back, and it's not that they're stepping back because they don't want to give you a message. They're stepping back because at this point I've been online for almost 2 hours total, between the first live feed, my emergency bathroom break, and this live feed. And I really know that if I don't cut it off, they're going to cut it off for me, and I would rather be able to save the live feed and post it than to lose it. So I will definitely be back online soon. Um, God, I feel like the Ken show has totally just blown my mind. Um, if you missed the first live feed before I had to go piss really bad, please check it out. It was some amazing stuff on there. Um, I thank you both, or you both. Okay, so hold on. Why am I saying I thank you both? I feel like there's someone. Okay, I'm gonna give a random. Okay, I'm gonna hold up for just 1 minute. Um, and I really hope that someone can. If this makes sense to you, I hope that you can respond so I don't miss it, so I don't leave. But okay, I'm gonna give some information, and I'm gonna try to be very specific. Um, and if I need for you to comment, I need every part of it to make sense to you. Okay. If only one part makes sense, then it's not for you. Um, but I have there is a Peter. There is a male named Peter. He says he was 34 years old. I'm hearing cancer, but I'm not sure what it's from. Is this cancer? You know, I don't think it's cancer. I don't think it's cancer like cancer. I think it's like a birthday, like the end of June or the beginning of July, like his sign. Peter, he's 34 years old, late June, early July birthday. Um, and he keeps saying mom. So I don't know if there's a mother here that has lost her son, whose name was Peter, who would have been 34 years old, um, and would have been his birthday would have been late June, early July, like cancer. I'm looking at my feed, and it very well could be that it may not be someone that's watching this right now. I've never done this before. I've never done the whole audience thing, just picking something. Um, it's very well possible that this is not for someone that is currently watching. It could be for someone that is going to watch the show, but I feel like he's wanting to close it out because I feel like Eric's like, no, say this. Vaughn, I know you said that it sounds like your cousin, but was your cousin's name Peter? Was he 34 and was his birthday towards the end of June or the beginning of July? Okay, you got the cancer part. Was he a P? Did his name start with a P and was he 34? Because he's very clear on the age. He was 34. Did his name start with a P? It may not have been Peter, but was it like a P name? Whether that's first, last, or middle, there's a P. There's a P connection. Terry, when you say did he drown, I'll be honest with you. Um, the cancer makes me think of water, so that is a very, very good possibility. but I don't like to force fit. I feel like all of this information is going to fit. Like it's going to be a 1, 2, 3. It's not going to be 2 out of the 3. It's going to be a 1, 2, 3. Like all of it is going to meet. Vaughn, I see that you said yes. Is that a yes to the P connection to him? No, Terry, I'm sorry. It's not Peter. Okay. So, Vaughn, you have a Peter. You have a P that was 34 that was a Cancer. Just confirm it one more time for me. I'm sorry. I'm looking for Vaughn to come back. Okay. Thank you, Vaughn. So Vaughn, oh, that's okay. Wow, that's really cool. I knew it was going to be all three of the, like all 3 pieces of the puzzle were going to fit. Okay, hold on. Because now I'm like, what is it that you want to say? And I feel like they're just like, oh, well, I don't really have a message. I just wanted to. I'm like, well, you took all that energy to say it's absolutely just 1, 2, 3. It's all pieces of this information, but now you don't want to say anything. Um, okay, Vaughn, hold on. I'm not going to let him leave. I'm not going to let him leave without saying something. Um, okay, so I'm like, Peter, you worked this hard. You worked this hard to, and you were so matter of fact and persistent that if all 3 things didn't fit, but now you don't have any, I'm like, now you don't have anything to fucking say? Um, okay, wow. Now I feel like I'm just like, okay, I'm drawing a blank. Um, okay. He's gonna give me this, he's gonna give me this fortune cookie answer, and they always, I feel like they're fortune cookie answers or a response. Um, he says that the answer is in the information that you just got. So I'm not sure what that's going to mean, other than you or someone else was looking for validation, and he says that he just gave it to you. And he is, okay. Um, I don't understand what this means, Vaughn, but he's saying something about the weather. So I'm not sure if I'm not sure if the weather was I'm not sure if the weather was his either his passing or his funeral. But he keeps just saying that he's saying that the message has already been given, and he is. I mean, he's very polite about it. He's like, the message is already given. There's nothing else to say. Um, wow. Vaughn, I'm so sorry that I don't have some prolific message to give to you. I mean, outside, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty fucking cool. That he lined it up and you were able to totally identify with every single bit of that information. So know that he sends his love. Please let the rest of the family know that he's okay, that he stopped by and said hello. And that's it. That's it. So I want to thank you all again for joining me. I look forward to speaking to you all again. If I missed your question on the first part of the live or this part of the live, I do apologize. Please, it's no hard feelings. You will have plenty of opportunities. And let me say this, I went years trying to get a reading, and they never happened. It was like I was always blocked. And I am a firm believer that when it's supposed to happen, it will happen. So please join us again, whether it's me or any of the other wonderful people that we have on Leadership of Light or Intuitive Angel Messages or any other Facebook groups where they go live. Please join us again. It was absolutely my pleasure. Erik wants to say a final word for all of you. He's really encouraging you all to step into your own power because he says that you can all do what Jason's doing. Jason has stepped out on many branches and has taken many risks in doing this because it's something that he's passionate about. And he knew that it was something that it was at the very fiber of his being. Many of you feel the same pull to want to help. Engaging in this, participating in this, taking those leaps of faith, putting yourself out there, knowing that you are not always going to be right, knowing that you may fail, knowing that you pose the risk of having someone judge you, true to yourself, is all a possibility. However, he says, fuck those people. Fuck those people. Because they don't have the balls to do half of the shit that they want to. I love Erik. Please. Yes, Jessica, power up. Power up. Take the risk. When you step out and you put yourself forward and you start honoring your truth, you said your abilities, because again, it is an ability, it is not a gift. We all can do this. Your abilities will grow in leaps and bounds. You will never go anywhere if you continue to sit on the couch. You have to get up and move. You have to put it into practice. With that, oh my God, I swear, he just dropped the microphone. Okay, I love you all. Thank you so much. It was absolutely my pleasure in getting to speak to you tonight, and I was so glad that I was able to relay the messages for those of you that I got to relay the messages to. If you came in late, there are going to be 2 lives that you will be able to see on the Leadership of Light website. The first live was prior to me having to take my emergency pee break. And now you have this one. So you've got almost 2 hours worth of live stream between the two that you are, or I would hope that you would go back and watch. I'm a firm believer that sometimes even if we don't get our questions answered, that our questions can be answered by the responses or the messages that other people have received. Okay, so it was definitely my pleasure in speaking with you tonight. I hope you all have a great night. Tomorrow is Friday, TGIF. And with that, we're going to see if my computer is going to let me have a graceful exit.